I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, which I can usually will not upload on general YouTube platform. So that will help me grow as a channel, and that will help me take care of the cost of production of this YouTube channel and the other two channels that I have, Puneet's Astrology Hindi and Lifetime Soul. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello seekers, welcome to Puneet's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Once again, Mercury will move in a different zodiac sign, and this time Mercury will move in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is a very unique zodiac sign for Mercury because Mercury gets exalted, gets into Mool Trikona, as well as gets into a lot of power in this zodiac. This zodiac, which is the natural sixth house from Kalpurush. If you see the position of Mercury, Mercury rules communication, transactions. Mercury is all about give and take. Mercury is also the planet of information, message. It is also the planet that is responsible for your intellect, buddhi, chitta, consciousness. And you have to apply your knowledge and wisdom and your intelligence in order to resolve something. So, solution-based approach. The approach that creates solution of problems through your own intellect. All that happens in Virgo zodiac because Virgo is the apt environment where Mercury can perform all sorts of mathematical calculations. Mercury excels in numbers. This planet becomes too powerful and therefore it gets exalted. Mercury will move in the sign of Virgo on 26th of August and will continue for approximately a month till 22nd of September. Definitely for a planet like Mercury, this is a nicely placed transit. Virgo exaltation will happen, but definitely one more thing will happen as soon as Mercury enters this zodiac sign. Now observe that Venus is already debilitated and Venus is already in the sign of Virgo. Definitely this debilitated Venus is causing some problems in relationship. This also is causing problems in happiness. You're not feeling happy. Lack of resources is a big problem. Now when Mercury goes into Virgo, it creates a Neech Bhanga for Venus because now the lord of the house where Venus is in that house. And in case Venus gets debilitated, because there is an exalted planet along with Venus, a debilitated planet, it fulfills the principle of Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga. So there is definitely some level of cancellation of debilitation for Venus. Now, because Venus gets the power of Mercury, this analytical power of Venus and Mercury in the sign of Virgo, on one hand it's good, on one hand I will say it can create more trouble. First of all, when you talk about matters of heart, emotions, relationships, you talk about Venus. Venus is luxury, Venus is Maya. When Venus is in Virgo, Venus is uncomfortable, so you have quite a difficult time adjusting to relationship, adjusting to how people react towards you, how people approach you. Also, you have tough time gathering wealth, money to fulfill your need, demands and wishes. There's no calculation here. You fail to mathematically bring out a plan, a financial plan that helps you discover your true potential and helps you reach where you actually want to go. But when Mercury comes into this planet, when Budh reaches this, your mind gets attached rather than your heart. Now that is why, although this is a Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga, this ensures that you will be completely playing the game through the mind and there will be no emotions here. Although Venus is a planet of emotions, a planet of softness. But when Mercury comes, this becomes a transaction. Everything becomes a transaction type. Everything becomes profit and loss statement. You start calculating every single move, and which is on one hand good because this is where you are more aware, and calculating every move will prevent you from falling into a trap. But also when you are not supposed to plan, when you are not supposed to apply your brain, in that area you will apply brain. That is the extra factor that this Mercury transit will bring, and the Neech Bhang Raj Yoga will definitely will be good for all sorts of material gains, but in case of personal gains, where you are supposed to be humble and you are supposed to simply understand, and you are only supposed to simply give support to your partner, your spouse, at that time you will become more critical, more analytical, you will be more into numbers, you will be more into planning. Maybe that is not required. So case by case basis, you have to understand what is exactly happening in your life, and you have to understand that having an analytical attitude is good at this point, and everyone will automatically gain that analytical nature, but is it really needed in your case? So that is something your wisdom should bring out. The problem with this Mercury transit is that Jupiter is in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is a humanitarian zodiac. If you really want to bring out the power of Mercury, then you have to be humanitarian. You have to show the human side of life. You have to get connected with the goodness, with the society. You have to do something. If you have not done till now, do something when Mercury moves into this zodiac, because Jupiter will be 6th from Virgo, which is the natural 6th house, in the sign of Aquarius, and it's retro. So Jupiter is protecting the loss of Mercury and Venus by watching the Leo zodiac sign. That is one thing. So definitely, if you try to serve the needy, if you give education, because Mercury is information, Shukra is after all a guru, Shukracharya. Guru is a guru. So definitely this means distribution of books. Giving education to the poor is going to be a key fundamental way you can appreciate the positive powers and you can absorb the positivity. Not only you can correct the karma, but this will also put your money to good use, which will in turn bring lot of blessings in your life. Mercury's presence in the sign of Virgo is also going to bring relief to Mars, because Mars is in Purva Falguni Nakshatra. That is also going to give lot of relief to Mars, because the position of Mars was such that Mars was hammered by the negativity of Venus, the weakness of Venus, I will say. Then on 6th of September, Mars will make its move in the sign of Virgo. I will make another video for that. I will share the link in the description box below. But Mars will move in the sign of Virgo on 6th of September. That means Mars will come into association with these planets, especially Mercury. And when you will see, by the time Mercury leaves the sign of Virgo and goes to the sign of Libra, Mars will be completely energizing Mercury in a way that mind will have a lot of positive emotion. Your brain will get that power. So it's like complete network circle. So this is the right time to create network, to build network, to have a lot of people under your communication list. If you belong to communication industry, this is the best time for you. To do anything that is associated with banking, finances, investment, share market, share trading, this is the right time to assess the situation and take a calculated move. Also, if you have a weak Mercury in your chart, this is the time when you can correct all the wrongdoings of Mercury in your chart by being more critical, more analytical. How to improve this Mercury? Simply chant Vishnu Sahasranam, and also you can chant Ganesh mantra, Om Gam Ganapate Namah, Om Gam Ganapate Namah. Chanting this Ganesh mantra is going to give you a lot of good thoughts, good vibrations. And Mercury is, after all, brain and signal processing inside your brain. So basically, any activity that you do is actually filtered or bypassed through Mercury, and Mercury is always a relay. Mercury always relays the information, so it is an integral part of your life and every single planet, every single day, even when you breathe. So praying to Bhagwan Mahavishnu, praying to Ganesha is going to improve the power of Mercury, and you will have a peace of mind. Because you are so frustrated right now, you are not able to understand or figure out what is happening. An exalt Mercury is going to tell you exactly why it is happening. So when you know the reason behind, and now you know the reason, then the need of getting frustrated no longer exists. Now is the time to look out for solution. So don't sit on your problem when you have this chance. Try to find out a solution, and you will get a solution. Especially if you are a Virgo ascendant, Virgo moon sign, if you have debilitated Venus in your chart, if you have debilitated Mercury in your chart, if you're running under Mercury Mahadasha, Antardasha or Pratyantardasha exactly at this point of time, then Mercury transit is one of the most significant transit that you can actually see in your life. For others, it is just a general transit. It happens with everybody. It is a planetary movement, but take it seriously. It may not impact you to that great extent, but you can use it for your own constructive good. Ketu is third from Mercury and Saturn is fifth from Mercury. Now this is something when Mercury, Buddha will not be able to understand or find the true power in spite of being exalted, because it's a planet of communication. When it is a planet of communication, third house is the house of communication and Ketu sits in that house. So the communication will be half-hearted, because most of the energy of Mercury will go into analyzing the factors and controlling and empowering Venus. So maybe you are more silent at this point of time. Also, a retrograde Saturn in the fifth house from Buddha is also going to suppress the communication. So it is an internal communication, not external. This is when you look out within and you talk with yourself. So stand in front of mirror and talk with yourself. Say what your problems are. This is the time to speak up. Maybe not in the public, but with yourself. So you need to have a proper communication with yourself. Sit for 5 minutes every day. Close your eyes. Be alone and talk to yourself. Try to understand who you are, because this is the time when your brain is highly active and you will be able to. On the other hand, if you see the position of Sun will be in the sign of Leo. So it's a very good power, very good position for Buddha, because the subconscious mind is really charged up, because Surya is in the subconscious mind, because 12th house from Mercury will be the subconscious mind if Mercury is the consciousness. Sun 12th from Mercury in Leo is going to be very good, and then Sun will move in the sign of Virgo on 17th of September. Just 5 days before the Buddha will move out of the sign of Virgo. So Buddha is getting that power, that sunlight, that ray of hope is there. So I will say that this transit is the small transit that you don't focus on, but it is actually going to bring the ray of hope, that one light that you're looking when you are in the darkness of life. Also, think about Jupiter. On 14th of September, a retrograde Jupiter falls back to Capricorn. When it falls back to Capricorn, Jupiter immediately interacts with Shani, and Jupiter's ninth aspect will fall on Virgo. So definitely from 14th September till 22nd September, Buddha will be under direct impact of Jupiter. And thereafter, when Buddha is in Libra, Buddha and Jupiter, Mercury Jupiter will form 4-10 combination. They are perfectly aligned to each other. But Jupiter is debilitated. It has just fallen back to Capricorn. It is trying to again move into restriction. It is again trying to cover up the losses. So definitely this is a positive time to understand the loopholes, understand the weak areas and correct. If you can transform the business, if you can transform your career, if you can exactly plan right at this point of time what is right for you and what is wrong for you, without getting any emotions attached to it, just going by the book and doing things the way it should be done rather than how you feel or how you need, then you will see your true potential rising, and you will see that truly this transit is giving you the bestest possible result in the forms of making your dreams a reality. So this was a quick take on Mercury transit in the sign of Virgo. This is an exalted Mercury. Make the best use of it, because Buddha is an integral part of every single moment of our life. Do not ignore this transit. We tend to ignore Buddha because we think that Buddha is a fast-moving planet. But remember one thing. If Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu holds their ground for more than a year, things never remain same throughout the year. One year has 365 days and each day is different, each moment is different. And why it is different is because these planets like Budh, Chandra, Shukra, that means Mercury, Venus and Moon, move way faster and they change so fast that they alter flavor every single day of our life. So thank you for watching this video and thank you for staying connected for so long. I hope you like my video, and if you're new to the channel, do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. And do share your comments in the comment section below. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.